let's just jump into playing with the slime, and then I'll kind of explain where I've been for the last couple of weeks. I'm filming this a little bit earlier than normal, so there might be more car noises in the background, and I am really sorry about that, and I do apologize if it's distracting, but hopefully this video will still be tingly, 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 and relaxing and soothing, even with some car sounds in the background. So, to start off, this is Peachy Baby's slime, and this is old slime I got as a gift from a friend, so it's been played with and touched before. This is Snow Fairy Cake. It's a pink slime. This is a mystery slime, and it's a white slime, as you can see, but I don't know what the theme of it is, so we'll start off with the mystery slime. This is a I don't know if it's called like an activator or something. It's to make it less like sticky. So we'll spray our hands. Whoops, that kind of went down my arm. So we'll spray our hands with that to start. So hopefully it won't be too sticky all over the place. So this slime has a sort of fresh scent. It's very kind of floral or fauna smelling. So my guess is it's some sort of plant, theme, and it has this leaf charm in it, which I'm not sure what the leaf charm is of. But it makes me think that it has some sort of like mint or eucalyptus or pine scent in as the theme of it. It feels super nice to touch. It's kind of got a cloudy texture. Very smooth. Anyway, so I haven't made a video or uploaded a video in the last couple of weeks. I was going on vacation and I'd filmed a bunch of stuff to do while I was on vacation because I'm coming back today. So I was just really not going to be in town. I work from home a lot of the time, so I'm able to kind of schedule things a little bit differently. And that is why I was able to go on such a long vacation for Thanksgiving. But then all the files got corrupted and just wouldn't work. And so it was just super disappointing because I've been so consistent and I've been so good even when other things have gone wrong to make sure that I get a video up. And so I was super bummed out that I didn't have a video up on the last couple of Mondays. And I thought about doing some sort of lo-fi video while I was away, but I wasn't sure what that would look like or if I would be able to find a quiet enough place to film or if it would even be worth it. And my family doesn't know that I do this, so I was sort of worried about it, and I am really disappointed that I didn't get something up because I've been so consistent about it, and that's been kind of great. So even though this will be going up very last minute, which is one of the reasons why I have to film earlier in the day than I normally would so that I can try to get it up still on Monday, that is mostly because I'm just worried about not having a video up. I'm not worried. It's more that I really care about trying to be consistent and trying to do a good job with this channel, as I think I've talked about before. And so I feel to show that I take what I'm doing seriously, and I'm trying to not only improve but to be consistent about what I'm doing and to upload consistently. So I was super bummed out. It's the first time I've ever missed days, and I'm going on vacation. Well, I'm going out of town again at the end of the month, so I'm gonna have to do a lot of filming in the next couple weeks to make sure that I have everything. But we will make sure that we get something up here. I believe I've done it before. I'll do it again. So I want to talk a little bit about Thanksgiving and just sort of ramble a little bit about what Thanksgiving was like. So I'm curious. Leave down below what your favorite Thanksgiving dish is. If you get this far into the video, what do you love and what is like something that you could leave behind? For me, my favorite dish is stuffing, which is funny because I used to not enjoy stuffing, but it's because I just would look at it and I would go, no, not for me, and then I wouldn't try it. But ever since I've tried it, I've been like, this is delicious and totally worth the hype. I've never been a huge cranberry person. I think the tang of it can be good within certain contexts, but it's just not for me. And to be totally honest, I don't really like turkey either. I'll eat a little bit of it just for, whatever, but it's just not my favorite in the whole wide world. Let's switch over to the next slime and keep talking about Thanksgiving food for a little bit longer. And then we'll talk about some Christmas traditions. Respray our hands. Yeah, this is also kind of a cloud texture. This looks like it's going to be pretty sticky. This smells really sweet, like bubblegummy, sugary. There are some charms in this, kind of like a lollipop or a wand of some kind. You can see that. And then there's just some kind of like little star charms, if you can see here inside the slime, these pink star charms. And yeah, and then sparkles, which I don't love sparkles in a slime because I don't love sparkles in anything. I don't want to get sparkles all over my hands. So to me it bothers me. But overall these slimes feel great and they've lasted a really long time. So like I was saying, I can kind of leave the turkey or the cranberries off the menu. The other kind of controversial take I have is that I don't love mashed potatoes. Like, I think they're okay, but they're not like my favorite form of potatoes. And so this year my mom, she did make mashed potatoes, which were delicious, but she also made what she normally makes for Christmas, which are these cheesy potatoes, which are like it's like hash browns in a baking dish with with cheese and cream cheese and a whole bunch of stuff to make it extra delicious, with like cornflakes as like crunchy topping coat. That's so good. Anyway, I love hearing about people's so fun. So my mom, when she was growing up, they would leave a gift right beside the bed, so you could wake up in the first thing in the morning and open a gift right away, like before anyone else had gotten up, or when you were just kind of anxious for it. I personally, our tradition in our family is to have the person who is youngest open gifts first, and then we go around in order from youngest to oldest opening gifts. I really like seeing what other people got, and like to be able to watch them open their gifts and to talk about it. I know other people, to them it's torture, and it's like they prefer the big scramble of getting gifts. I prefer our way of doing it because it's the way we do it, obviously. But we kind of do it where we have, at Christmas Eve is when we open most of our gifts, and then Christmas Day is like Santa, sorry if there are any kids watching, Santa stocking stuffers and stuff like that. And for me, stocking stuffers are meant to be genuine stocking stuffers, not just that they're small physically, but that they're inexpensive. I've seen a lot of people who have be like stocking stuffer guide, and then they'll have things that are like $50 as a stocking stuffer, and it's like, no, this should be like, $15 and under stuff. This should be like chapsticks and socks and candy and our stockings we get an orange and a penny in the like foot of the sock every year, which is kind of a random tradition, but I love it. And it's just what we end up doing. I'm trying to think of other things that are really, to me, good stocking stuffers, but just like, oh, here's this little screwdriver tool, or here's this like $10 gift card to Starbucks, or like whatever it may be. It's got to be something genuinely small, not only physically, but also small, like monetarily. And I think that's a good idea. I saw someone talking about this with like kids at school and stuff. Like when you're a little kid, if your parents get you, a PlayStation or whatever because they can afford it, that's one thing. It's another thing if Santa gives that to you, and then the other little kids who don't know Santa's not real, like you don't know that Santa's not real, are like, oh, Santa just got me like socks or bubble gum or like, a coloring book, and Santa's getting you these big gifts. And so I think it's just kind of nice as a rule of thumb to have smaller gifts be from Santa, and to have bigger gifts be from parents or from family members. That's just kind of the way we always worked it, and when I think about it, I think that makes a lot of sense. One year for Christmas, the Wii had just come out. Maybe I'm dating myself a lot, but I was desperate to get the Wii for my brother and for me, but mostly for my brother. And so we had to go stand in all these lines early in the morning, and my parents were like, we don't want to do this. And so they would drop me off at all these places, and I would go in and I'd be like, how many Wiis do you have? Okay. And then I would count down the line to see if there would be enough for me, and then we'd have to go to a different store, and and then my dad, who was doing it with me, would then go get coffee while I like stood in line. But we did get him a Wii, and then we did that thing where we pretended that we hadn't, so we got him games for the Wii, and they were like, when you eventually get a Wii, you can play these games on your Wii. But then we didn't put out that gift, and then it was like, oh, we have one more gift, I think it's for Dad, and then Dad would opening it. He goes, no, I think this is for Mom. And then Mom was kind of opening it, and she was like, no, I think this is for Goose. And then I was like, no, I think this is for my brother, eventually, when I was opening it. And so he was very, very happy and very, very impressed with us by the end of it. So that was a really fun Christmas. I love Christmas so much. There's a lot of things I'm kind of bah humbug about, and consumerism can kind of really bum me out, which was one of the many reasons why I try not to buy a lot of things for this channel. I want it to be stuff that is kind of cleverly around my apartment. I probably will buy things for this channel. I mean, I've already bought a mic stand for it, and obviously I bought the mic. But I don't want to just like buy a bunch of little bits and bobs just to buy a bunch of little bits and bobs. And this is not to slam other ASMR channels that do haul content, because I really do enjoy that stuff, and I think that there are a lot of them that do it very ethically, or as ethically as you can be a consumer in, you know, under capitalism. But it is something that I'm very conscious of, and I try to be thinking about how to not be wasteful with the channel, and how to be responsible, and how to do stuff that fills up my cup and makes me happy. So yeah, I think these Christmas videos are going to be really fun to shoot. There's going to be a bunch of you know, end of the year things that I'm going to talk about, and so I'm really excited to do that, and it should be